What's up YouTube? Mike from Techno GI here, doing our very first review, which is going to be the Surface Pro 3. Alright, so this is the Surface Pro 3. This happens to be the 999 Core i5 model. I'm not going to read you all the specs because I don't know what none of that means, and you probably don't either. Needless to say, I've been using this device for about 3 months now, and it is by far the best device I've had as far as all-in-one laptop and or tablet. This is advertised as the tablet that can replace your laptop, but I think it's more of a laptop that can replace your tablet because it's more of a laptop crammed into a tablet body. As you can see, it's running Windows 8.1. You got your Metro view, which most people don't like, but I personally am a fan of it. I've got the optional type cover, which is really not optional because without it, you're really neutering the device. As far as ports, on the side you've got a USB 3.0, a mini display port as well. It's the exact same port that's on a MacBook or MacBook Air. On the other side, you've just got your standard headphone jack, room for speakers, and on this you'll notice I also actually have a case on it. I'll do another review later of this individual case, but a very nice case. But also, this is the 128 gigabyte version, but it does have optional, you can put a micro SD card, which would go behind where the variable kickstand is. There's been about 1,000 reviews of this, so you've all probably seen the kickstand. The stock kickstand can pretty much go at any angle you so desire. So the lapability is not an issue here. You can type with this on your lap all day long. As far as cons, just a few. The type cover, although really good, the trackpad is a little small, but is adequate, works well. And also when typing on this, you get kind of the effect where it'll spring down, so sometimes you may have to, you may not catch all your typing, so you actually have to type harder on this than you would say on a MacBook Air. But all in all, I've been a user of a MacBook Air as well, and this by far is much more bang for your buck. Just what you can do on this with the multi-window multitasking. You can actually have 3 windows open at one time, or I say 3 different things. Give you a demo here. I've accidentally got one program open. As you can see, you can have multiple things open at once. And there's your traditional desktop view, which you still have for those who hate the Metro version. But I'm one of the rare. I actually prefer it. It seems very intuitive to me. But again, this is built to go head-to-head with the MacBook Air. And in doing that, it absolutely destroys it, just due to the fact that you do have a tablet as well as a laptop. When you remove this, you got a full tablet experience. It works well, zero lag, not sluggish at all. Again, I kind of prefer the Metro UI, which is pretty much made for the tablet portion. And of course, with this, you've got the pen, which is absolutely awesome. Of course, you can open OneNote with just a push of the button, and this will do it when the device is asleep. And as far as it's very natural to write with, no issues. And again, you guys have all seen videos on it. This is more just kind of my personal opinion. Again, I'm not going to ramble off the specs, but needless to say, this is just 4 gigs of RAM, and it is sufficient for anything you would need. You can get the 8 gig model, but I personally, I don't really see the need for it unless you're doing something very intensive, like a graphic design or something of that nature. But I've experienced zero lag with this, and I usually run multiple apps at once, and no issues whatsoever. And again, the writing experience is very natural, feels almost just like writing on a piece of paper. I used it in a course I was recently in. I used it to take lots of notes, and it worked phenomenally well. And the good thing about OneNote is it goes multiple platforms, so whatever I was working on here, I can take an iPad or whatever it may be, and my notes are there. So it seamlessly syncs pretty well. And again, with this, I pretty much, my iPad is starting to collect dust. I still use my iPad, just for a few apps that aren't on here yet. And again, that's the Achilles heel for Microsoft, is their app store is still pretty darn barren, but it's really only a couple aviation specific apps that I still keep the iPad for. Any other app, there's multiple options you can use. I'm a big PDF guy, so I've got drawboard PDF on here, which I primarily used to use my iPad for, was PDF files, but now I use this exclusively for PDF files, and there's just a couple aviation apps that I use on the iPad. But other than that, this is a really good device. Some people say the price may be high, but if you think about it, you know, an iPad Air with 128 gigabytes is going to cost you about $800. So with this, you're not just getting a tablet, you're getting a tablet and a PC. So if you look at it that way, you're getting two devices for really the price of one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. More reviews will follow. I'm actually going to review this case by UAG in another video. But please subscribe, comment. If you have any questions, leave them below. Thanks.